Hi everybody, welcome back to Christian Called Conservative. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Share this with a friend if this was informative to you. So let's talk. Before I even get started into the video, I would be remiss if I did not mention that this coming weekend is Memorial Day, where we as Americans celebrate with family and friends and get together. And sometimes we forget the true meaning of what this weekend means, what Memorial Day means. I was looking at a video online and there was a person going around asking other folks, what does Memorial Day mean? Why do we celebrate Memorial Day? And people didn't know. So here I am to tell you. We celebrate and we remember those who died in the line of duty, those that died in war, whether it's Iraq or Afghanistan, whether it's in the line of duty as far as our officers, our firefighters. We take time to remember them, to celebrate them, and it's important that we do that. We go throughout our day just doing our own thing, and that's fine, but that's a day that we stop and we take a moment and we honor those who served and sacrificed on our behalf where we didn't have to. So that's why we celebrate Memorial Day. And it's important that we do that. Memorial Day, Veterans Day, all those days that we as Americans stop and remember and we celebrate those. And so I offer this to those who have fallen, to those who have died in line of duty, again, whether it is in the military, whether it is everyday cops or firefighters. So with that, the video, let's talk. I am on the fence. I was going to give you all these stats and these numbers, but then I realized some of you just don't care about the numbers. I'm talking about the police and defunding the police and what all that means and how what we're doing as a nation, not all of us, but what we're doing as far as retaliating against the police, it's really disgusting and sick. And I just can't believe some of the videos that have gone viral as far as what people are doing as far as when they interact with police, whether if they're getting stopped or just, I saw a video where there was regular everyday citizens who were throwing water on the police and the cops are just walking and not doing anything. And I'm just very confused as to what has happened to us as a nation. Okay, let me preface this by saying I know there are some bad cops out there. They're not all angels. Okay, we get it. Now that we got that out the way, what in the heck is going on? Why are there so many videos out there going viral where people are just yelling and cursing and spitting and throwing water on cops? I don't get it. Whatever happened to respecting authority? I don't understand that part. If you don't like cops, why can't you just not like them and just call it a day? Why do you have to go out of your way to make situations even worse? I don't get it. And the scary thing that I'm also seeing is that the cops aren't reacting. They're not arresting these people. They're not doing anything. Now, granted, it's just a video. Maybe things happened after the cameras were turned off. But from what I've seen, we've got everyday citizens yelling and screaming at cops, but I don't get it. What in the world is going on? And so with this whole defunding the police situation, here's the thing. Think about it. When we were kids or younger, when our parents weren't home, what did we do? We acted a fool. And that's exactly what's happening as we're defunding the police. Here's the thing. I know the police are not your mom and your daddy, but what I'm saying is when the police are present, there is a sense of, dare I say, respect or authority, and we're less likely to act a fool when they're around. Here's the thing. It's important to understand what some of these cities mean by defunding the police, or what that term even means, defund the police. We're talking about abolishment or dismantling of police, reducing police department budget, redistributing funds towards social services, so like housing, education, and non-policing forms of public safety. So in other words, we're taking money from police departments and putting it into, as they say, social service programs, housing, education. So whatever happened to, well, police need to be trained. Well, you can't train them if they've got no money. So this whole thing doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And you've got to understand, the numbers in these cities are going up as far as violent crimes, homicides, and whatnot. You got Minneapolis, Minnesota, Portland, Oregon, New York City, LA, California, and Austin, Texas, where the homicides, the numbers are going up, where they have defunded the police. So my question is, does this really work? Does taking money from police departments and putting it in social service programs really work? Meanwhile, the crime rate is going up. So look, again, I'm not saying that police are angels. I'm not saying that, you know, all of them are creme de la creme. But what I am saying is, this whole defunding program that's going on in some of these cities is not working. And the way that we're treating some of these officers with this complete disrespect and disregard is completely ridiculous. I just cannot believe we live in a time where it's okay to disrespect the police like that. Really disrespect each other like that. How about we just, like I said, let's just not like each other and we'll just call it a day. I don't know what's going on, but something has got to give. Something has got to change. And it's really just sickening how we just do that. Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I've always believed the police were angels. Well, one, I'm not saying that. But I, once upon a time, thought that police were suspect and suspicious. And I had that based on absolutely no proof, no experiences of my own. I have never been disrespected by the police. I've never been harassed by the police or stopped for suspicious activity by the police. Any interaction I've ever had with the police has always been because I was speeding. And it's always been the same thing. License and registration. Do you know why I stopped you? Where are you going in such a hurry? So personally, I've never had a bad interaction with them. And to be honest, I'm not even sure where I got the idea that cops are bad. Probably from the news or from a movie that I had seen. But honestly, as I think about it, people who've told me their interactions with the police hasn't been bad. And I mentioned in a video a couple of weeks ago where a friend of mine was stopped by the police and she didn't know why. She was just sitting in the parking lot trying to get something in her phone, and a cop knocked on her window and was asking, you know, license and registration, and she was wondering why. Why was the cop stopping her? Sure, maybe the cop was profiling. Sure, maybe she was suspicious just sitting in a parking lot. But her thing was, well, what about the white lady 2 cars over? Was the cop gonna stop her? Look, at the end of the day, the interaction was fine. She gave the cop what the cop needed, and she said nothing else happened. So anyway, the moral of the story is, the whole point of this video that I wanted to bring forth is, what in the world are we doing as far as our officers? Why do we feel like, and I say we, not all of us, some of us honor and respect the police, but there are some who are just carrying on as if cops didn't swear to protect their city or protect their neighborhood, as if cops didn't promise to do everything they could to protect and defend. So I just don't get it. I don't understand why people would think that cops would want this job, get paid garbage, get disrespected just to go after and gun down Black people. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Again, there are some bad apples, but to think that you're gonna go and protect someone you don't even know, who disrespects you, get paid hardly anything, hardly ever see your family and your kids, and we're just gonna treat them like this? I don't get it. So anyway, that's it for today. Short and sweet. Like and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up for me. Put your comments on the bottom. Share with a friend. Let's continue the dialogue. Like I said, I want to learn. I'm sure you want to learn. Let's talk and let's chat about this. Thank you again for watching Christian Called Conservative, and I will see you next time. Again, make sure we honor those. Remember those who have died in line of duty, who have died with all these wars and all these conflicts that we've had. Let's make sure we remember them. So thank you. God bless. You take care.